it's a good reminder for my own ego, and I'm including you in this, that we often think we've got it. I understand now. I see it now. It's like the term awake, waking up, and especially the conspiracy community or I would be dipping in and out of a number of worlds and communities: the conspiracy world, the spirituality world, politics, economics world. And I'd often see those terms, we need to wake people up, or people are awake, I'm awake. And as I've said a number of times, I'm not very comfortable with those words, because I feel it really is an ongoing awakening, and we may be more awake today than we were yesterday, that we've learned something new or realized something, but it's ongoing. And I think the I am awake is an ego. It's an arrogance. It's to inflate the ego, or it's a lack of self-esteem, to kind of feel like, oh, I've got it now, I understand it now. So I say this for myself, that we've all had experiences, especially as we are waking up, that we get something again, and we get it on a deeper level, and we realize, I thought I had this, I understand it more so. It's a deepening, it's an awareness. So it seems that everything keeps coming back to us again and again until, well, I don't know what until, because I'm not at the end of the line, and I suspect there is no end of the line. I'm even unsure of enlightened ascension, not sure of that stuff. They're kind of catchphrases, and our modern society, our quick fix society, we are aiming for ascension. There's a lot of people who say they're not happy here on earth, they don't like being on earth, they want to ascend, they want to be enlightened, they want to be awake or fully awake, when in reality we chose to come here for this experience. And the desperation to be enlightened or ascended is a red flag, in a sense, that we misunderstand what we're doing here. We're overlooking the whole purpose of being here, the whole lesson of why we came back, and we're thinking, no, I just want to go to the happy place. So that's something to ponder. I'm trying not to kind of give my answers or my interpretations. I don't have answers, because I feel that we're on a path of self-empowerment, and it's about finding our own way and listening to ourselves, and what's right for me might not be right for you or make sense for you. But for me to try to find the peace within myself, that I can respect where you are and what's right for you, and hopefully vice versa, if you exist. So in the quick fix world, we want everything now. We want the new thing, the material thing, or the success, or the perfect partner, or whatever it is now. We think that these things will fix us or fulfill us, or maybe bring us a bit more peace or happiness. And that's the same with spirituality. We want to be the best yoga student now, because then I will be healthy and happy and peaceful and all the rest of it. Or on the hardcore, strict vegan diet, the ruthless, inflexible, torturous diet, because then I will have a clean system. Meanwhile, we're struggling, we're unhappy. It's just interesting to ponder the in-between of here and ascension, enlightenment. we might be many, 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 many lifetimes away from ascension or enlightenment. There is a raised energy on the planet at the moment and for the foreseeable future. You know, I think a lot of people can feel it, we're very aware of it, and things are changing very fast for many of us. But that doesn't mean we're going to ascend or be enlightened. I think it's healthy for me, and maybe for you, to let go of these terms and to let go of the need to be at the finish line. The need to be whatever that is, wherever it is you think you need to be, and to be present. You know, it is a case of enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination. We came here for this journey, for this trial. And I've often described or compared what I think life is to a computer game, that it's not, there is a sense of achievement in completing the level or completing the game, but there's all that time and challenge, figuring out of trying to pass each level, and trying to figure out how it works and how you can get past the bad guy and how you can, you know, use the control pad faster or develop new tricks or skills. And that's what we're doing here. It's like, well, how can I ride this wave? How can I get through these ascension symptoms? How can I get through the pain, the release, the depression, the relentless intellect that just won't leave me alone, that's analysing everything perhaps and weighing the pros and cons, or, you know, maybe I've outgrown this relationship or this job or these clothes, or who am I? What am I doing here? So rather than thinking I have to ascend and I have to be enlightened and I have to be at peace, there are skills that we can learn of by just being present, of thinking, well, how can I make this process a little bit easier, a little bit comfortable, and learn to weather that storm. And I'm seeing within myself my own strength in learning how to do that, in learning how to be solid. I'm not solid, but that's the direction I'm going, to be unwavering in the face of the pain and the struggle and the trauma being released and the heartache and the lack of money or work or the winter approaching or what all the other shit that's kind of thrown at us, to just actually be centered. And it's, you know, if you listen back to my videos at the start of this year or late last year, I was still talking about this, that it's an ongoing process. It takes time to learn these things. It's a life's work. It's not about just getting it. And I see so many people who go on retreats, or they want to be there. If I become the yoga teacher, that's it. That's the missing piece. If I do this course or retreat or medicine ceremony, that's the missing piece. There is no missing piece. There's probably a million missing pieces, but at the same time there is no missing piece. It's just about learning to play the game and weather the storm, not about trying to fill the void. Trying to fill the void is a hopeless journey of relentless retreats and courses and certificates and badges and letters after our name and books we've read and all this. It all just accumulates, and it can be helpful, and there can be little degrees of wisdom that get us through that day. But ultimately, do you have the tenacity and the courage and the fearlessness and perhaps nothing to lose? You know, there's a benefit in having nothing to lose. When we're at the end of the road and our backs are against the wall, we give up. That's where things can change beneficially for us. That it's like, I can't fight anymore. And then we're open. But it's when we have a little bit of control left and think, well, if I could just get the certificate at the same time, if I can just manage my diet to within an inch of my life, even though I'm fucking desperately unhappy, if I can just keep a little bit of fucking control over the way the fucking universe works, you know? It's just the claw, holding on for dear life. And I know there are some people who listen to that and he's talking about me. I'm not. I can see it in loads of people. Loads of us, and I've done it myself, and I still do it on my lower days, my weaker days. I still try to hang on for dear fucking life, because if I could just get it to work my way. And then eventually the rug is pulled from under me and I think, oh, thank God, I don't have to fight anymore. So it's just worth pondering these things, thinking about letting go, thinking about getting through today, thinking about this moment of just sitting in the car. Don't have to be anywhere, don't have to do anything, don't have to check my phone. It's okay. There's no rush. There will come a time when we have to do things and we'll be moved to do things, and that's okay. So it's about you finding your way through. And I think that one of the strongest ways to do that is stillness, is actually just being present. And I can see how challenging that is for people. Hope this was of use.